Join us, MrTruck.com, for truck reviews, trailer reviews, and accessory reviews. Greetings, folks. This is Kent with MrTruck.com, where we review trucks, trailers, and accessories. And that's why we're doing this. We're big on accessories and trailers. And we're doing this with the NATDA, the North American Trailer Dealers Association. Now, they normally have a big convention, and the pandemic's kind of stopped all the conventions. So we're doing a virtual tour, a virtual show, and this is part of it, where we're going to be doing interviews with a lot of the members of the NATDA. And then the bottom of in the description, you will see a link to the virtual NATDA Trailer Show and where you can join on there. But what the NATDA is it's trailer dealers, trailer manufacturers, accessory dealers, accessory manufacturers, and they've gotten together with a convention, a magazine, education. They do a lot of things. It's great service that the NATDA does. I'm a founding member, and I think it goes back 12 years, something like that. And so that convention, the virtual tour, the virtual trailer show from the NATDA, goes from October 26th to November 13th. So we're going to be doing these videos every week before and during and after, and show you a lot of the people that are members of the NATDA and what they sell, what they show, and what dealers are looking for, what the average person kind of gets an insight on these videos of what's going on. But today's guest is Popup Hitch, and we have Derek. So Derek.
I'm Derek Bringer, and I'm here with Popup Towing today, and we're going to go over some of our products and give you guys some details on what's going on.
Well, that's awesome. You guys are like 11 years old, and I've been using the products for a long time, and you were the first ones to figure out these short bed trucks, because they're not easy to hook up to, and it's expensive knocking out the back window or crunching the cab or any of those things. So you guys came out with that first one I've seen, is the SB1, and that was like a 9-inch extension, and you guys have 9-inch, 12-inch and 16-inch extensions for goosenecks, square and round and all that. So that's what you've got there on the table. And middle one is real similar to the first one I remember, and it's so well built. Tell us about it, Derek.
Well, the one that you see here on the table is actually the SB3 product. It's a 4-inch square tube. It's got a 9-inch offset. And like Mr. Truck said, we do have these available in 6-inch, 9-inch, 12-inch, and 16-inch offsets in the 4-inch square, 4.5-inch square, and 4-inch round for anybody's needs, I guess.
Well, no, they're really well enforced. I know the pipes used to be a Schedule 80, and it's all plate metal, so there's no breakage. But yeah, so these are made they're super well made. I mean, it used to be in the pipes, they were Schedule 80, but it's all reinforced plate metal between the two tubes. And I've always appreciated it. And I've taken through some terrible places, and I've never been able to crack one, hurt one, or break one. I don't think you can. But I always liked your coupler too. Your coupler's like a quick latching one, right?
Yeah, we use a self-latching coupler. You can kind of see it here on the bottom of this, but how that works is the weight from the trailer goes down to the ball, and you'll see the handle come up to the 90-degree position, and it latches back into place as soon as it is over the top of the ball.
Yeah, it comes with like a cable, so you run the cable up by your jack, so you jack it up a little bit and pull the cable. That's how that works?
We'll send you 15 feet of coated cable, just like what you see here. A couple of cable tie bolts per se, and a couple of cable clamps, so you can kind of run them back to wherever it is that you're going to be running your jacks from. So you can run the jacks the same time you pull on the cable and get it off the ball.
Okay. Well, that's no problem. Okay.
Internet can.
Yeah, that's true. It could be. And we're in the morning. Usually we have good reception in the morning. It's the afternoon it gets overrun with everybody on the internet. Now, the one there, I guess to your left, that's the CC2?
This is our CC2 cushion coupler. It's for those guys that you know, are pulling in horse trailers, stock trailers, and they just want a little bit smoother of a ride, per se. And we've actually had this product tested by a university many years ago, and it's proven to take out up to 59% of what you're currently feeling when you're towing your trailer.
Well, that's cool. That's and it's got that quick latch on it too. Now, I don't know if you can tip it over and show it, but it's not just a rubber donut between two pieces of metal. You know, that's in like a neoprene bushing. But inside there, you have a solid shaft that goes all the way up, and that shaft is what keeps everything tied together. So you're not going to have anything come apart, right?
Yeah, that center shaft that goes up through the tube also is going to have a rubber cushioning product in between the tubes, and what we call is a dampening sleeve. And it just from that jarring effect back and forth when you're towing your trailer, you just don't want to feel that. And so it takes that little bit of back and forth, I guess bucking and chucking per se, out from what you can feel. And then this main cushion is a poly material, and it's going to take your up and down ride and smooth that out.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it'll squish down, and then your movement will be up and down off of that. So it isolates the truck from the trailer, and that's, you know, your test really comes with really good numbers on it, and people love the way that works in their trailers. It's simple, it's small, it'll fit into a recessed pocket like on a flatbed that has that square box where the ball is.
It's a very versatile product. There's very few of the recessed holes that it won't fit in, and that's just those really small, tight little boxes. But most are 10 by 10 or larger, which means it's going to work on most recessed balls out there.
Now you've got an interesting collar now, you know, and I didn't know about it before, and you changed it, but that collar goes on the outside because of that shaft in the middle that guides everything. You can't run a pin through it. So you have a collar that goes through each side. And there were several horse trailers we used to try them out on, and they had too big of a wing gusset, that big triangular plate that goes from the tube up to the gooseneck frame, and you couldn't get it up high enough to reach that bolt hole. So you guys actually raised the ears on the collar, and now it should fit everything. That's great. Show us the collar.
It's these little side pieces here is what he was referring to, but yeah, we've raised it up to allow it to still connect into your through pin holes. And allow it to stay lower behind, say, trailer gussets that come down on the tongue and is welded straight to your down tube. A lot of times there was an issue with it hit and couldn't get the collar on all the way, but with this new raised sides, it's really kind of eliminated that issue all the way around.
Well, that's great. You guys keep fixing things whenever you find a problem or some different adaptation, and they keep making trailers different. You know, and it's always a guessing game on some of these goosenecks, how it all works, and you guys, you know, have figured all that out. Now, the other product you have there, I guess it'd be to your right. Tell us about that.
Well, this is what we call as an RVGC, or the RV goose coupler. And what this is a lot of guys use adapters. They've been around for years and years and years that go from your fifth wheel to your gooseneck ball. And so we've developed a one-piece replacement unit. We've had this out now for, I would say, close to 4 or 5 years now that we've had this product out on the market, and we've made a lot of changes to it since then, with adjustable head here, with cushion ride, just like the technology you see on our CC2 product. And we also have them without the cushions, of course. If you just want the adjustable head, maybe you want to spend a little less money, that's an option as well. And we build these in 12-inch wide, 12.5-inch wide, 14-inch wide. We pretty much build the boxes for just about everything that's available on the market.
Well, that's cool. And that actually replaces the pin box, right? You take the king pin box out, so that way there's less stress on the trailer, and then it just slides right in there and bolts up to the regular frame where the king pin was.
Yeah, rather than to have your pin box and then have an extra leverage point per se, where something would adapt to it before, you eliminate that middle connection and going straight back to the frame. It's going to give it a little more strength and less chances for any leverage, breakage, or stress that may be caused from some of those extra long adapters that people are putting on these things. It's just a much better product in terms of reliability and durability and ease of install. You can install this, probably going to take you 20 minutes maybe, when an adapter could take you up to an hour.
Well, that's cool. And then on your, I guess you still have the chart on your website where you can go in there with all the measurements, all the different pin boxes, and then you can match them up to one in the catalog, or you can match them up by measuring a few things. Is that still on the website?
Yes, we have that form is on the website, and it's really simple. Really, the main thing that you need when determining what box you might need for your particular unit is you need to measure the width of the box. So we need to know if it's the 12, 12 and a half, 14, or I think there's some 10s out there as well. And then we need to know the horizontal bolt hole distance, center to center, and your vertical bolt hole, center to center, which you can kind of see on this side. And that allows us to determine what box you're going to need that's going to fit right up to your unit without drilling, welding, any of that. Basically, you're just going to unbolt yours, put this in the same spot, you're good to go.
Well, that's good. That's good. And then, we're only showing 3 products because, we're not going to do a 20-hour film here. We're just doing I don't know, whatever it figures out to be 10 to 20. But you have a lot of other products. You have, gooseneck balls on the truck. That Popup 2 is one of my favorite ones. Tell us about some of the other products you have.
Oh, we got a variety of products. We got, of course, the hitches that you're talking about. We have the Popup 2 is what we have now. The Popup 1 was the original that kind of was phased out back in around 07, 09 time frame. And we created one that's a lot more user-friendly, less maintenance, and a lot more reliable overall. And then we also have the flip-over style gooseneck hitch. So we've got a couple of different options for those gooseneck guys that maybe they want to have some other accessories put in their hitch. If that's the case, they would stick to maybe the flip-over style, where they can put in some different things, versus the pop-up, where you're pretty much restricted to the ball itself.
And then you have a 4-inch extension, and then you've got a lot of products actually. We can't go through them all, but I want people to know that they can go to your website, popuphitch.com, and look through all that, because there is some really cool stuff there. And you guys have been around forever. You're made in Kansas, which is USA. It's all made in the USA, which is cool. But anything else you want to show our viewers, or talk about to our viewers, or mention, or what do you think?
I mean, we also, when it comes to the gooseneck side of things, we've also got maybe the guys want to pull their stock trailer with their fifth wheel hitch instead of their gooseneck ball. We have those options as well. We've got the kingpins available in the same tube sizes as everything else, the 4-inch square, 4.5-inch square, and a 4-inch round. We also build those with offsets, not as many offsets, but we do have the straight version, and then we have the 9-inch offset per se. Also, we products like we have the fifth wheel adapters. So maybe you're not quite sold on the one-piece unit. Some guys still want the adapters. We still do those. It's a great seller. It's a great product. It's been around for a lot of years. And then we also just recently have introduced what we call as a base plate. I don't know if you the camera or not, but down here in the corner, we've created a base plate that will adapt to our flip-over hitch. So say a guy's got that hitch in his truck and he doesn't want to bolt bed rails, this and that in there, but he wants to maybe use a fifth wheel hitch. So we've created a post that slides down into our hitch and allows this base plate to be mounted onto that post, so you can use pretty much any fifth wheel hitch on the market that's got a universal footprint. On the single point action base plate, we don't recommend using a slider hitch per se, but we also offer the base plates for the puck systems. Those are perfectly safe. You can use the slider on those. It's because you have the 4-point attachment, which is a lot stronger, of course, so it allows for a slider type hitch to be adapted to it also.
Well, that's cool. Then, of course, you have all the options on your extensions, your SB1s, all their different sizes, if they need to go deeper into a recessed ball, or if they need a really heavy duty one for some of the wedge trailers. You can just about cover everything.
Yeah, we have some guys out there that are pulling some pretty heavy trailers per se, and they're like, oh man, I need the longest offset I can get. And that's not necessarily the case in some areas, because it's possible to go too long in some cases. So that's one of those things that if you're unsure, give us a call. We're happy to help you determine, I guess, what's going to be the best fit for your needs. But like you said, you are right. We do have all those different other offsets and accessories, and there's just so much out there to choose from and so many different combinations. We wanted to provide a solution for as many as we possibly could.
Well, that's great. That's great. And if you folks, in the description below, you'll see a link to the NATDA, their virtual trailer show, and you can click on that, and there's a click where you can join if you're a member, or if you're a dealer or a manufacturer. And I hope this video helps everybody kind of get an idea of your products. And then too, I'll have a link to popuphitch.com in the description. Well, thanks, Derek. It was fun talking to you all the way out to Kansas, and I'm here in Colorado, my bunker. Instead of kind of stay away from all the COVID thing, but we're all surviving here, and this is good. But I'm really glad NATDA is still trying to hold some kind of convention, which is the virtual, and they'll have virtual booths to go look at. So this is all good. But, well, thanks for watching. Thanks, Derek, and we will see you next week. Same time, same channel.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you, MrTruck.
You betcha. It was good.